Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Just getting the co-host mic sent out and wait a few minutes for our special guests to arrive and get them up here. Introduce my co-host for the day, talented Articulate. He's been releasing music on Omniflix Marketplace there. I encourage you to check that out. Working hard to get a soundboard working on X here so we can actually enjoy that music here. We'll get there. But for now, you can definitely check out a great interview I did with him on my YouTube channel and hear that music there. Articulate, thanks for joining me again.
No problem, Chris. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who joined. This is a special edition of the Superledger podcast. We have very, very important announcement from Lunarspace. So sit tight. Today's a very big day in crypto, and this is only going to make it better. So welcome, everyone.
Yeah, that's right. We'll give them a few minutes to get up here and get settled. We got started early, just like to make sure everything's working right before our start time. So far, so good. You're right, Articulate. It's great timing for this space. Historic day. Bitcoin ETFs go live officially this time. That's going to bring some excitement to the ecosystem indeed. I'm not sure how I feel about it one way or the other. It's not what we're here to discuss today, but overall, I think it's just a good feather in all our caps that's been participating in this ecosystem called blockchain all these years. It's been a bumpy ride, and whether we're involved in Bitcoin or not, or think the ETF's a good idea or not, it certainly has solidified what we've all seen many years ago when we entered this space, and this gives us a bit more encouragement to keep forging on and stick to our intuitions and keep building.
Yes, sir. Just give us a few more seconds. It's we're 2 minutes out from the official start time, so I know our guests are on their way. I see a member of their team here as well. Shout out to George in the building. But yeah, today is a big day for Lunarspace, and you guys are a part of history right now. So buckle up. Coreum is about to go faster. Let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah, glad to see everybody's joined us here today. And just so everybody knows, I'll announce this again when we get going, but we will still have our regular episode this Sunday. This is a special episode for the announcement, but I hope you all can join us again on Sunday because we will have another great episode indeed. We've been very blessed with a lot of exciting projects and news to discuss on these podcasts. It's just exciting times, very exciting times. Oh, I see Patrick's here. Good. I'll get him up here. Right on. Welcome, Patrick. I'm really good, really good. Is it just you joining us up here to speak, or should we bring in somebody else from your team up too today?
Oh, no, Henry's jumping on right now. He'll be on momentarily.
Excellent, excellent. Really look forward to your announcement here today, and I appreciate asking the Superledger podcast to roll that out for you. An honor. I'm really excited about the project that you have here, and I know many in the community are. Here's Henry. I'm just bringing him up now. Okay, I think we got everybody here and we can get going on time. That's nice. Welcome. Special episode of Superledger Podcast. Podcast was put together on behalf of the Coreum Community DAO. My partners, Scott, Marco, Articulate, who's co-host here today, created a space to join once a week to have the community learn from each other, and in this case, from people building in the community and projects that are coming online. And we've been very blessed lately with a plethora of events. I have a feeling that everybody's going to be very excited about our guests here today and what they are announcing. And we will have them back on this Sunday on the Superledger podcast, 3 p.m. Eastern time, to expound on what we're here today. I'm actually just dipping out of work here to put this together today, so I do have to get back to the old 9 to 5. So even though it's not my style, I'm going to keep this one a little shorter today, but just going to have them up on stage, give them the floor, and let them share their announcement here, and we'll have a little bit of Q&A after, and then, like I said, we'll expand on that more on the weekend. So again, thank you for joining us. I'd like to introduce Patrick and Henry from Lunarspace. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, Go ahead, Henry. I want you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hey guys. Thanks for having us on again. We love talking to all of you guys. This community is amazing. We've been working diligently over the past few months to roll out LSX and our dual token model to this community. And we're super excited about the news we're about to share. Patrick, if you want to get into some of the awesome new details we got.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thanks, Henry. Yeah. So first, I'd like to thank Coreum Concepts and the entire team. For all that do not know, they are already a part of our founders bonding zone strategy, along with Ali here, Camel, along with Cosmo Haas is also a part of that family of early adopters. We cannot tell you how much we appreciate your guys' love and support. So that said, what we're doing is a whitelist invite only pre-sale of our LSX token, as Henry has mentioned. We are live. We are mainnet. We built 7 smart contracts with the Coreum Wave 2 grant. They were very gracious and efficient in terms of funding our grant and supporting our needs. We really, I think, pushed the envelope with some of the specificity with regards to the special feature functions in their smart token technology. So we went a little deep. I actually see George in the audience. George, request to speak, just in case we get too technical. Athena Consulting is the power behind our vision. George has been instrumental, along with Timmy, on our Timmy Tenderman as part of our tokenomics team. But Athena has been unbelievably efficient and saw our vision and was able to articulate the code utilizing every aspect of those feature sets to support our dual token strategy. I am looking forward to Sunday because we can get deep into the weeds with regards to the HAMP protocol. HAMP stands for Human Activity Mining Protocol. I've been a behavioralist for a very long time, very much enjoy building sales succession programs and helping human beings be successful. So outside of utilizing AI in our zones with some very specific functionality in relation to ledgering activity on the UI to establish a said protocol. I don't want to go too deep into HAMP because we'll leave that for Sunday. It'll be a great dialogue. I'd love to get nerdy with some people that are interested in terms of how dynamic and how robust this protocol is going to be in terms of providing dashboards and key metrics for particular roles or strategies within organizations. Outside of that, we're here to talk about LSX. LSX is the grease, is the token that we are working very hard on creating one of the most safe, secure bonding pools that you can place your stored assets with us at LSX. And when I say that, we're focused on a strategy called TSS. You'll see that in some of the literature that we're going to publish as we're speaking. And Henry, don't hesitate to start posting some of the information, FAQs and whatnot. But just to not take too much time today, because this was just an announcement that if you go to our website and you click whitelist and you fill out that VIP whitelist so we can invite you to these 4 phases of discounted LSX tokens, it will be a kind of a first come, first serve. But what we're trying to do is get the mainnet pumping, start to exchange some LSX tokens that are part of our foundation in order to really focus on the utility zones that we're about to launch in the next so many days. So when reading our tokenomics, one of the areas that Timmy Tenderman helped us with was to create a base value of $1 for each LSX in order to support the dual token strategy. And the way that we're going to accomplish that is a series of, obviously, our founders bonding zones as the underpinnings of the whole liquidity strategy. So think of a foundation to a 100-story building. It has to be very thick, solid, and security is one of the things that we've been focusing on over the past 90 days with our smart contracts on mainnet. So now that we have a high comfort level that our smart tokens are ready for sale, we wanted to provide this opportunity to have some of our early supporters pick up LSX tokens for a significant discount. Going back to the liquidity pools, we're establishing the bonding pools first with the founders strategy. Quickly after that, we're going to be developing as quickly as we can our LPs, the future DEX for LSX. We're going to apply with Coreum to be one of their relays with XRP. We're certainly offering Validator services as a service because we are a SaaS-based company. We like to develop technology. So if you're not technical and you want to be a validator and you're looking for someone to facilitate that service, spin you up a zone and give the keys to your what we call a utility bonding zone, which would be specific for validation, we now offer that service. We've also mentioned our privacy as a service. We have that well documented. We haven't started that process, but what we're looking to do is create as much ownership of a zone with regards to having your own set of keys, you having sovereign ownership of your data in your platform. And equally as important, we want to be able to do that in a safe, secure manner, which we call TSS, the Trinity of Safety and Security. And very quickly, not to be too long-winded, even the Trinity of Security is obviously we've built our L2 protocol reward token on the Coreum L1, which is an ISO 222 set of standards. With that, we're implementing a third-party chain analysis type auditing and security apparatus. And on top of that, we're applying through a few third parties for insurance on said stored assets. So I'll use a description like FDIC type of coverage for the monetary value set within a bonding zone. And we're going to be bonding with all the main, well, our goal is to have bonds and LPs for all the main chains out there to create a real robust liquidity pool in DEX, the Lunarspace DEX in the near future. We do have another set of projects and contracts we're going to write with Coreum, which will be an outer DAO and an intra DAO set of code. So you could even spin up a zone if you're looking to create a DAO for yourself. We'll have all that functionality and smart contracts in the Alpha 1 release of our initial utilities. The entire build for Lunarspace, the mission and vision, is to create functional utility and mask all of the complexity of blockchain and security behind vetted legacy Web2 UI. So we want to give tools to as many sized organizations as we can, mask all the technical aspects of Web3 and blockchain, and unsurface those elements as they become more educated and comfortable with the things that we've built. So outside of that, that's kind of a mouthful. This is a pre-sale of tokens. Our tokenomics are locked in as a dollar. We're going to build the mechanisms to make sure that we account for impermanent loss, deflation, all those different elements with our foundational bonding zones. So this initial raise is to establish that ecosystem of liquidity, and then we're going to make sure we add the TSS, which is the Trinity of Security, ISO, security, and insurance to our bonding pools. Outside of that, I'm going to kind of open it up to Henry or George to speak. If Timmy's online, I think he might have been busy, but I'm open for Q&A. Henry, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you summed it up greatly. Really, everything that the vision of this LSX rollout is, I think, was perfect there. The only thing that I would like to add is we're doing the pre-sale in 4 phases. So we're opening up 200,000 LSX tokens for the first phase. And it is first come, first serve. So if you want to be a part of this founder zone at this high of a discount, it's going to be less and less discounted for each of the 4 phases. You can see that on the whitelist page if you go over there, and it details all that stuff in extreme detail. But yeah, so the phase 1 is open and 200,000 LSX available for this. So yeah, act fast if you want to get in at this high of a discount. Just wanted to add that part. Think that that's pretty important.
Thanks, Henry. That's a great ad. Let me also reference. So we're making the announcement today to open up the whitelist on the website. Friday morning, we will announce the open marketplace mainnet LSX where if you've registered, you're going to be given a direct invite to that direct link, but we're going to announce it Friday morning as well. So just another FYI.
Excellent. Well, if I could jump in and ask a question, aside from the discount, is there any advantage or reason why one would be motivated to get in on the whitelist?
Henry, why don't you share the benefits list
Yep.
and post it?
Yep. Sorry, I was just pulling that up on the website. So yeah, we actually have a lot of different benefits coming out for this. So we have obviously the early discount. It's first come first serve exclusive for registered whitelist members. So it's all early community. All of you guys that have been listening to us for the last few months now. We want to reward you guys immediately. So obviously that discount is a big reason why as we launch at LSX at $1. So a discount there will be a pretty penny to start up your founder zone and your bonding pools. So then we also have the we're going to spin. So each different type of zone that we build, we have three main flavors of zones, if you will. So we have the enterprise zone, the standard zone, and the utility zone. So with these founder zones, you're getting prioritized and discounted access to a standard zone spin up or a utility zone spin up. So not only are you getting the discount on the tokens, you're also getting the discount on the utilities that come along with it. Because it is a fee-driven structure, as it's a really robust platform to operate your business on. That would be the standard, and then utility is a lot more customized. So when it comes to that, we're giving discounted customized fees and spin-up fees for your platforms. You'll be granted the highest yielding APY from the Lunarspace Foundation bonding pool. That's going to be a cemented legacy that these founder zones are always going to have access to. As I tweeted earlier, it's lifetime perks for founder zones. You guys have supported us in these early stages as we're building this crazy new innovative tech. So we want to make sure that you guys are solidified in the Lunarspace community for the lifetime. So then we have a lot of future programs and features and really cool blockchain tools that we're going to be rolling out with. As Patrick mentioned, the intra and outer zone DAOs. You guys, any founder zone will have exclusive access to the first things that get put up onto the DAO. So weighted votes, kind of. We're running a very enterprise standard. So we're trying to mix governance between like a traditional board and a community of founders who have helped this project get to where it's at. Yeah,
let me just add one fundamental point that we might not have mentioned so far. This pre-sale obviously will require the initial investment LSX tokens to be locked up for a period of time. We are launching with an approximate 6-month lock after we launch Alpha 1 of our standard zone. So just be, and it's written all over the documents, but we want to make sure that we emphasize that if you invest with us, in order for us to sustain the value and launch with a very solid foundation of liquidity to ensure that dollar valuation remains, we're gonna require the initial investment to be locked up for at least 6 months from an Alpha 1 release. So just an FYI to keep that in mind. We suspect that phase 1 will sell out probably in a day or two. We lowered everything. We lowered the investment amount for phase 2 because we want a large community of founders. We want to really support that ecosystem with our outer zone DAO. You're all going to be vital votes for our signaling DAO. Unlike some traditional DAOs, ours will be more of community-driven feature sets for the utility. Hey guys, we need this for the community. I'm putting up a vote for signaling. Who wants us to invest time and energy in creating this specialized utility for this specialized industry, stuff like that. So I just wanted to throw that out there, Henry. Sorry to cut you off.
No, absolutely. That's essential information for this pre-sale. But I pretty much finished most of the benefits, because if you go through, you'll see the different plans that we have for our founder zones, early access to all new tools, testing, and rewards for those testing. early access to Validator as a service and privacy as a service. That includes also testing and rewards for that as well. And we're also going to be doing a lot of events, both digital and physical networking events. And we're going to make sure that all founder zones get free access to those events. And then we're also going to be doing a lot of marketing campaigns with, we want to help our founders grow with us at the rate that we're growing. So we're going to be including all of our founder zones in a bulk of our marketing efforts. Because obviously you guys are benefiting us. We want to benefit you in the best way possible. So that's just a kind of brief overhead of all the different benefits that becoming a founder zone entails. On a lot of the documentation, you'll see a lot more detail on a lot of that stuff. But I think it's a really awesome opportunity to get in on the ground floor of this build before LSX is rolled out to the public at $1. So I think it's an opportunity that people aren't going to want to miss with what we got coming.
Yeah, and one other note on that for the benefits. The one thing that we're super excited about in attending most of the blockchain expos, we really enjoy networking, and we're going to be doing a lot of different shows where we'll have our own booth. We're going to have VIP parties afterwards. So all founding bonding zone participants will always be included to all our after parties, all our special events, all our localized dinners that we're going to have. We need a lot of different ambassadors. There's over 150 million organizations worldwide that fit our demographics. 76,000 of them are Microsoft ecosystem international organizations. So even if we penetrated just barely 1% of that ecosystem, we will have more Web 2 capital and Web 2 utility companies migrating over to our side of Web 3 than we could potentially maybe handle. So we're trying to make sure that the foundation is laid thick, all of the proper plumbing and electrical and all the good stuff that a smart contract ecosystem has in terms of safety and security. So if you entrust us with your valued assets, we're going to protect them, and then we're going to grow them through our yield farming and all the different relays and validators and in different ways that this industry presents itself in terms of earning true APY, consistent APY. And because we are a SaaS company and we do a lot of customization, we're fee driven. So we have fee income coming in, and there's a portion of our fee income that goes to the foundation and to the founders bonding zones that will be locked to perpetuity. So we can build our asset base so solidly that our token will have a very difficult time to drop below $1. Even if there's some dumpage, we'll pick it up, we'll burn it. We're going to maintain custody or control over that value. We want a little bit of appreciation. We want to see it grow with the community. But anything worthwhile and anything solid takes a little bit of time to build. The good news is we're on mainnet. We've tested it. George has done a fantastic job. Actually, I'd love for George to say something. I'm going to mute my mic, but I'll just share this with the community. We enjoy every aspect of every opportunity, every project, from Pulsaro to Whelp that's coming up. BitGo is a fantastic company. We want to reach out to them. We're doing a ton of research on the trinity of security. So if anyone wants to go deeper into that, make sure you're there on Sunday for that particular spaces, because we'll go deep on some of the specificity on what makes our whole ecosystem unique. George, you got anything?
You might be having connection problems there, but that's exciting. You guys know me. I could sit here all day and ask questions, and I'm not going to do that. We will be getting together Sunday. I'm most excited about the DAO tooling, obviously, with a validator with the name Coreum Community DAO. That's of great interest to me, and I appreciate the conversations you've had with me already on that, Henry, and I look forward to many more in the days, weeks ahead. But Articulate, I want to give you a chance.
I think Patrick and Henry has done a great job with presenting the information so far. I know that the community is eager to get in on this. We are sharing the links in different communities, and there's a lot of interest because people have been asking how we can get the LSX tokens, and I think the moment is here. So I just want the community to have a chance to also ask questions if they have any. George is back up, so let me see if he's able to speak. George, you could go ahead.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Thank you for having me on. I just want to say a few words basically about the project and about Patrick and Henry. And honestly, they're one of the hardest workers in the space, and what they're building is truly, truly amazing. And we're happy that as a basically development team, we're able to build what they had in mind, and we're still building, of course. But honestly, it's one of the most amazing projects out there with a real use case. And I'll advise at least everybody to look into it and look what it offers. It may not be for everybody, but for a certain type of people, it's going to be very, very important on the long run. So I just want to say that. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, that's a great message. Like, even if you're not interested in the pre-sale, I can tell you I spent quite a bit of time trying to learn as much as I can about what Lunarspace is building, because it's a massive project, a massive undertaking, a massive market they're trying to serve, and there's a lot to take in, and I encourage you to do that, because I think you'll find some way that you can see this technology being utilized in your world, whether it's your workplace, your Discord, your DAO, whatever it is. It's really a unique setup, and I'm really excited to learn more about it.
And we're super excited to roll out with all that stuff. I think Patrick alluded to the UBZ, the utility bonding zones, being the first things that we roll out with. We're extremely excited to show you guys some of the awesome stuff that we've been working with regarding the platform and the tokens. So I just wanted to just get that teaser and open the floor for questions for anybody that wants to speak on it. So yeah.
Thanks, Henry.
Just quickly, for people in the room right now, on the Jumbotron is a few links that take you to what we're speaking about. So the list of benefits, as Henry alluded to earlier, the Discord and Telegram, they're open today. So we have that at the top as well. And we have the link that takes you to the list of the whitelist itself to see the price tiers and the different, the 4 different rollouts that they've been doing. So if you need that information, it's at the top of the room. We have Thacking 81. You want to ask a question? I guess not.
Well, Henry did a fantastic job articulating, no pun intended, articulating all the benefits on the landing page. We're also going to be posting on LinkedIn, because that's a big hunting ground for us. One of the things that we will also do for our FBZs, our founding bonding zones, is bounties. If you bring us Web2 organizations that want to invest in our what we call DERP, which is the Decentralized Enterprise Resource Platform, again, because we're fee-driven with Web2, minimum investment for a zone would be 50,000. There's a bounty of 10% in terms of appreciation and value directed that way on referral. So we're really committed to helping as many Web2 existing organizations migrate over to the Web3, establish their bonding pools, and start to pull them off of that proverbial billing treadmill for all the third-party costs that it takes to operate even a small organization. We're looking to eliminate that by having all those tools in the zone, meaning our outer DAO, our intra DAO will have Discord type messaging boards. We're going to have storage. If you use Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, whatever you store your documents in, it will be baked into the zone. So a lot of the standard zone utility are basic functionality tools needed to run an organization. And the whole entire goal is to get the zone up and running, customize, build the protocols, launch it, and then watch that liquidity pool grow through our combined efforts of APY. And in a certain period of time, that goes from a fee-driven customization to a launch where by fully deployment, they should have enough HAMP tokens converting into LSX going into their bonding zones that they'll be able to extract value and cover some third-party fees and take that extra additional revenue and bonus their staff or their team members with either cool prizes, trips, toys, money, whatever. But the whole platform is focused on real utility that can be applied on a day-to-day basis where human beings are rewarded. More importantly, we provide those key metrics on dashboards so that leadership can basically give attaboys or, hey, we got to work on this one area of your daily work because you're falling short relative to the statistics of what we set for. So we can get real deep on Sunday. I don't want to take any more of your time. I love this. I love everyone in this community. I can't tell you how much fun it is. I wake up every morning at 4 a.m. because I can't get enough of it. So if I'm fading a little bit, it's because my brain is slowing down.
Well, that's awesome. I really appreciate you guys coming to let us know about this. We obviously seen what you were doing, got interested and excited about it, and we're running the CAF LSI validator. Camel King here, he has the Bruges LSI validator on there. Camel, you're more than welcome to come up and speak. Yeah, I'm just really excited for what's coming. It's hard to keep focused almost. I'm excited with Coreum's building and all these projects that are coming on, but your project really resonated with me when I first seen it. And one quick question, just because I do actually have to get back to work for the man here. I work for a very large organization that could really utilize your technology. What challenges do you like these? Or I guess I'm going to ask about the challenge. The challenge of them, walking away from the big system that they've invested in already, and then combine that with the challenge of maybe the uncertainties or unknowns of entering and combining their workplace with the blockchain space?
That's actually a fantastic question. And one of the biggest friction or pain points for Web2 to even start considering this type of technology, this type of security. But for companies that have already established a large investment in their current infrastructure, we're API centric. So everything we are building with regards to the HAMP protocol will be a layered protocol that we can attach on top of certain ecosystems, certainly Microsoft, but depending on that localized infrastructure, whether cloud or on-premise, we'll look at it, and what we're trying to do is add the zones and the liquidity pools and the HAMP protocol with the ability to have our own API doc so that we can basically attach that or put that as another layer of an existing ecosystem. One of the areas that we're super excited about is these large language AI models, but self-contained within the zone, so there's no risk of it getting out and getting sassy out there in the inner zones world. But one of the things that we're going to focus on is making sure that our AI models are locked within a zone, and the generative learning aspect of it will be learning what that zone is its needs are, if you will. So like I said, we can get really into the weeds, but we wanted to demonstrate how quickly we do move when there's a great idea and the community says, hey, Coreum came out and said we've got only a certain amount of validators left. Who wants to be there? We did ours first to make sure that we were successful and we understood it. George knocked it out of the park. We literally came up with that utility bonding zone within 2 weeks, and George and his team executed very quickly with the first 2 commitments, which was from your team, which we certainly appreciate. Camel came in. We're already talking about a data center in Saudi Arabia, because what we're going to do in terms of how we hybrid premise-based solutions with our own ecosystem spread on 8 different continents, we are going to make sure that our ecosystem maintains control over their data. They have sovereignty over their data, but we're going to spread that data in a decentralized manner over more crypto-centric continents and countries. So anyway, sorry, long-winded answer, but that's what we enjoy, going into existing systems, seeing what they're doing, what their processes are, and then turning around and providing them real systemic solutions that will improve their process, lower friction, increase profitability.
Yeah, and Henry and Patrick and George, the team here today. I just wanted to let you guys know I was on the OmniFlix space this morning, Flix Talk, and one of the questions that was asked of me is, what DApp project, product do I believe in the cosmos that's something to look out for? And I mentioned Lunarspace because I see Lunarspace as a terrific, one-of-a-kind game changer in many different facets of technology and just crossing over from Web 2 to Web 3. And I believe in what you guys are building, and I'm happy to be a part of it right now on the ground floor. And I, see a bright future in, what you guys are doing, going forward. This is a part of history, and I do relish this moment, and I thank you guys for even being, who you are, to be able to, see the community and the support we give and just the belief we have, and be able to, bring us on board. And I really appreciate that. And, as you explain more, and we have you on Sunday, the Superledger podcast, we'll, be able to go deeper. But, as I wrap my head more around this and I see what you guys are building and bring it to fruition, I do, see this as something that will be everyday household, every business integration in the future. So, congrats to where you at so far and what you guys are about to achieve.
Thank you for those kind words, man. That really makes us happy as a team. We've worked so hard to get to this point, and that's exactly what this pre-sale entails, is everything you just said, that gratitude to the community. We love building on this. We love talking to all of you guys, and we're super excited about the future with this community as our founders. It's gonna be great. We have so much awesome stuff coming, and we really appreciate the positive feedback. Makes all of it, because we go through so much different concepts and content every single day. You never know what you might get bogged down on. So no, it's great to hear that stuff from you. Thank you very much for those kind words.
Yeah, I want to double that, Coreum Concepts, and I know you got to go. We so appreciate you jumping on this in an impromptu. I know we sprung this on the community, but we truly appreciate your guys' support.
That's great, guys. Got a powerful week ahead, powerful months ahead, and I couldn't be more pleased to be there with you guys, with my team, Articulate co-host and partner, Coreum Community DAO, Scott, Marco, and the community that's helped get us here. We couldn't have done it without your support. We couldn't do it without you guys showing up to these podcasts to show these teams that we're out here and we're willing to help and support them. And just communication is key. And it's great that we have such ambassadors for the ecosystem and decentralization that are onboarding onto this Coreum network that we're all here to enjoy. So we'll keep it short here today. I encourage everybody to come join us on the Superledger podcast this Sunday. I'm going to put the link up for that space right after the show here. I just didn't want two of them out at the same time to mix it up. So look for that. Set your reminders, because I'm going to go as long as Henry and Patrick will let me. And you guys know me. I'll go for hours and hours. So I'll dive as deep as we can into these weeds.
Well, we'll match that energy, buddy. So we look forward to Sunday and anyone who wants to partake in a fun conversation about some nerdy stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I just want to mention one more time for anyone who I think someone wanted to come up here and ask a question. I opened the Discord and the Telegram. Put the invite links on my. I tweeted them out maybe like a half hour ago or 45 minutes ago or so. So you can go and find us there, and yeah, we'll hope to talk to you guys there.
Awesome, guys, and we'll talk to Saucy and get some links and a space set aside for you guys in our Discord, so that our community that's there has an easy way to hop over and see you guys too. Thanks again, everybody. Another powerful podcast. Peace and prosperity to you all.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Articulates. Check it. So many open doors, it's hard to ignore. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. They're on a virtual tour. Girl, them a bubble to the floor. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. The storm is here, but it won't stay. Where there is a will, there must be a way. Me have to win, come what may. Clasp my hands every day, I pray. Nah, I can lose cause me not confused. Every time positivity me choose. So many open doors, it's hard to ignore. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. They on a virtual tour. Gal them a bubble to the floor. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. Lyrics are pour from my heart. Tunes for you climb up the chart. Destiny create me path. Remain humble, don't exalt. Lockdown life rough. We can't do too much. Wait till COVID up. A big dance we a bust. Make sure you prepare yourself, cause when the clock strikes 12, things get dark, dark start back. You a go ball out hell. So many open doors, it's hard to ignore. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. They on a virtual tour. Gal them a bubble to the floor. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure.